Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Hope everyone are, connected yesterday, right? No any new members today. Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, so yesterday we have completed web URL part. Okay, so what are the web URL and what is the rules it is following? If we are using a URL, means what are the set of rules we need to follow, and what are the parameters it contains, and how it how we can access the resources inside the web application. Okay, all this is done. So now, okay, understand it like a story. Okay, just understand like a story, and just understand the things what it is there. Okay, okay. So for example, now this is my browser. Okay, so this is my browser. So when I am entering some details, okay, when I'm entering some detail like this, okay, so it is rendering us this page. Okay, so how it's happening? How it's happening? Okay, so this is my request inside the, okay, this is my request inside the browser. As part of this request, this is what I received this page, right? So this is my response. Okay, so this is my request and this is my response. Okay, I'm sending along with my browser. With the help of my browser, I'm sending my request. As part of this request, I'm receiving this page. Whatever this page I'm receiving, right? This page I'm receiving as part of the response. Okay, so here hmm, what's happening internally? Okay, so internally, so whenever we are typing this request, okay, in the browser, so we are typing this request in the browser. Okay, so what happens here is, so it is going and it is creating a address here. It creating, okay, whenever we are provided the URL and whenever we are clicking on enter, internally it is going to create on the request. Okay, that contains to and from, general way we are speaking now. Okay, so that contains to address and from address. Okay, in to address, what it contains, what is the path, what is the street, what is the apartment name, what is the flat number, what is the resource name. Okay, all the things is available in the to. So in the from, as part of this too, we are receiving name and contact number. Okay. So here, this is my to address. Okay. Whatever the request I'm providing here, this is my to address. Okay. So as part of this too, whatever this is receiving, this is from address. Okay. So for this to request, getting this from detail. Okay. So this is what they are specifying with respect to general example. So here, okay, so consider instead of street, consider it is a network. Instead of apartment, consider it as an server. And instead of flat, consider it as an application. Instead of person, consider it as a resource. This is all I think yesterday we discussed. Okay, so nothing but, okay, so we are sending some request, means this is as part of the HTTP request. Okay, so this is a HTTP request, we call it as. Okay, so we are we are just we are telling that, okay, please provide me, for example, see this intro is the, see this is our application. Okay, so this intro is on future, news is on future, release note is on future, docs is on future, who is on future. Nothing but resources. This is one resource, this is one resource, this is one resource, this is one resource, and this is one resource. Whenever we are clicking on a enter here, okay, so whenever we are clicking on the enter intro, okay, this is in the intro. Okay, I will click on the news. Oh, this is single page. Okay, this is single page. Okay, I will use this. Okay, I have a get started download usage on. Okay, so I will click on the get started. Okay, so here what's happening here, so along with my whatever the URL I was having, Along with that, okay, some endpoint is appending here, get started. Okay, so because I clicked on the get started, and the endpoint is appending here as a get started here. Okay, so like this, the different resources will be there in the application. Along with this, we are yes, okay, we are taking the domain name, and we are making use of a resources detail, endpoint detail, to hit the particular resources. That's it. That's the simple that's explaining it here. Okay, so after this we have some protocol. This all the things I have already explained yesterday, but I'm again going through this slide. Okay, so protocol is nothing but we have a HTTP protocol, we have a HTTPS protocol, we have so many other protocols also. We have FTP, we have SMTP, all these are the protocols which is available. Okay, but we call this HTTP and HTTPS as a browser level protocol. If you are working with the browser, okay, we are not using any other protocol, we are just using HTTP and HTTPS protocols. Okay, so now the question is, in this HTTP and HTTPS, okay, when we have to use HTTP, when we have to use HTTPS. Okay, so which is nothing but, so generally if we talk about, okay, so this HTTP we can use for the GET request. Okay, we can use for the GET request. Okay, because why we can use for the GET request? Because in the GET request, what we are doing, we already have something in the server. We are just requesting to provide that information. That's it. Okay, we are not sending any information. We are not passing any information. Okay, so it's already available. For example, consider this is in a bank. Okay, this is in a banking application. So we have already stored all the information here. Okay, we have already stored all the information here inside the bank. So we are just requesting it provide this. Means whenever you are clicking on the um, profile detail, your account detail should be uh, retrieved. Okay, so this is just you are requesting to retrieve the information. Okay, but it is okay to use a HTTPS and HTTPS both in that case. Okay, there's no issues. But whenever you are working with a post request, okay, whenever you are working with a post request, so post request will be having some confidential information. For example, just assume you are you are creating your account. Okay, you are creating your account in the bank. Okay, so what if whatever the account name and password you are providing, if it is available in your browser, okay, if it is available in your browser, it is you're not maintaining any security with respect to that, right? So banking, so this bank people is not maintaining any security with respect to your account, right? So anybody can, okay, whoever is seeing that the information can open that, can open your account. Okay, if we are able to see your username and password, everything inside the browser, means along with the browser URL, if you are seeing that, it will be like you're not maintaining any security with respect to that. Okay, so to send some secure information, okay, so we always go with the HTTPS. Okay, so whenever we have a post action, whenever we have a update action, okay, we always recommend it to use the HTTPS. Okay, but it is a GET request also, we'll be using HTTPS only. That is the different case. Okay, for the, so HTTPS means more secure. Okay, so whatever we are sending to the server, it will not be leaked. Okay, it will it will be sent with respect to with considering the security manner. So it will send which will mask the detail, and it will send to the server. Okay, it will not show to the other user those detail, what are the confidential information is there, they will mask the detail and they will send it. Okay, so this is the difference between the HTTP and HTTPS. So now comes to the FTP and SMTP. When to use this FTP and SMTP? Okay, there are so many protocols are there, but whichever we are using often, that I'm explaining here. Okay, so SMTP is nothing but, if you are already working, if you are working professionals, so uh, while you are communicating in your offices, okay, so Outlook you will be communicating, right? While you are doing the mail communication, if you go your Outlook and if you check there, so there they will be specified as a SMTP protocol. Okay, SMTP is the protocol which is used for the mail communication within the limited area. Okay, so inside the office to communicate between one server to another person, so we'll be using a SMTP protocol only. Okay, then FTP protocol. For example, I have all these slides. Okay, I have all these slides. I will tell you that, okay, I will store inside my Google Drive and I will share with you all. Okay, so while storing the file and while sharing that file to all of you, okay, the whatever the protocol we are using is nothing but file transfer protocol. Okay, so there also we are making this out in real time. We are using all this protocol, but we will not be observed. Okay, and so while I'm creating the drive and while I'm storing the files inside the drive, and while I'm sharing files to you, okay, some protocol has been involved in that. That is nothing but FTP protocol. Okay, so file transfer protocol. So this is where different protocol and are used, but for our API testing learning, so we are using this STP and STPPS protocol. Okay, this is the two protocols that we are using. This is just a information. If someone asks you regarding this, just give a idea, whatever the idea you have on it. Okay. Okay. So next thing, okay, this is all I already explained, right? Domain name, IP address, port number. Okay. So now the question is, this may know to check your general knowledge. They may ask you, is it possible to install the application in the same port number? Two application in the same port number. Okay. Hope it's audible, right, guys? Okay, so is it possible to install the two application in the single port number? Okay, is what your answer? You can make use of a chat. Is it possible to install the same application in the two port number? You can make use of a chat. Okay. Uh, no. Okay. Okay. Why it is no? Why can't we? Okay, no. But why can't we? Why can't we use? Hmm. Okay, so it's not possible to install the same application in the single port. Okay, so why? Because, okay, see, if you have observed, okay, whenever you are installing any of the application in your local system, okay, maybe if it is, for example, you have already installed your MySQL, okay, that is occupied 8080 port number. Whenever you are installing some, okay, let's take a some other Jira. Okay, whenever you are installing the Jira or a Jenkins, whatever it may be, okay, maybe it is also pointing to 8080. By the time immediately whenever you're clicking on the install button of the Jira, okay, it will suggest you saying already one service or already one application is running in this port. Do you want to change the port number or you want to continue installation? It will ask you clearly. It will provide you error message. Okay, already service is running in this port number. Do you want to continue the installation or do you want to change the port number? Okay, if we are, okay, very smart, if we are the smart people, we will immediately change the port number. Or if you want to see some, some error things, and if you want to work more on it, if you are very much interested to work on the error means, yes, we can click on the yes, continue installation. Okay, so what happens by the time whenever we are click on the continue installation, okay, what happens? Yes, okay, so for example, you are using, okay, just assume, okay, this is your MySQL. You are opened your MySQL. Okay, at a time maybe you want to check something in your Jira account. Okay, means just take a Jenkins or Jira, anything. Okay, you want to check something in the Jenkins. Okay, you're trying to launch your Jenkins application as well parallelly. So you'll see, I have opened Postman, I have opened this Eclipse, I have opened this. If I want means I can also open the Jira as well here. Okay, I can also open. I can also open some other application also, because I have installed everything in a different port number. Okay, so say suppose I have opened the Postman here and I am trying to open the Jenkins also here. Okay, so what happens if you have used the same port number, it will not give you the result. Okay, what it will give you, when I opened here MySQL and I'm trying to open the at the same time parallel execution. Okay, parallelly when I'm trying to open a Jenkins, immediately it will not be opening. Say that already service is running in this port number, already service is running in this port number, like that we'll be receiving the message. Okay, so why we are facing this issue means, see, port number means the space where we are providing a application to sit. Okay, so if we are using the same port number for the single for the two application, when one service is running, it's not possible to run the other service until unless the port number is matching with the service. Okay, so if you are using the same port number, so when the service is running, it's not possible to run the other service.
Madam, your voice is not there. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh my god, from when it's not audible? Okay. Hmm. Okay, so consider this is a 8080 space. Okay, so guys, if you are not audible means immediately ping. Okay, because again I have to go through the same thing, right? That's why. Okay, so this is a 8080 port. Okay, so now see, now in this 8080 space, this MySQL is running. Okay, in the same space, already in this space, this MySQL is occupied. In the same space, if you try to open this Jenkins again, obviously it will not open. It will say, no, no, already MySQL is occupied in this. Either you close that, then only I will open. Otherwise, I will not even come to this place. Okay, something like they're quarreling. Okay, so if you close this MySQL in this 8080 port, then only I will launch. Otherwise, I will not even launch. Okay. If you want means you can install in any other port number so that I will run. Okay. Now it's audible, right, guys? Praveen, it's
Yes,
audible
madam.
now. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So basically, guys, I'm giving you the basic idea how the port number works. Okay. So there's two application is not acceptable in the same port number. This is all a basic information. This information they may ask you in a interview to check your basic knowledge. Okay. Is it possible to install two application in the same port number? So by the time you have to give a answer in such a way that we can install if we want, but it's not possible to run at a time the same two application in the same port number. If one application is occupied with this port number, so it's not possible to launch the other application. Okay, something like this two application is quarreling. Okay, if MySQL is launched at first in the 8080, so it is Jenkins is not agreeing to launch by the time. No, no. In this space, you have already launched MySQL. Either you close this, then I will open it. I will launch it. Otherwise, I will not launch. Either you close this MySQL, then I will occupy the space and I will provide you the service, or else you just install me in some other different port for the seamless service. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so basically you can install, but it's not possible to run the service parallelly whenever you are using the same port number. This is what the final conclusion with the port number. Okay, okay, done. So this is what I want to cover in this part. Okay, so all the basic information I covered. Okay, so what is domain name, how it is useful, instead of domain name what we can use, IP address we can use, and what is port number, and what is a query parameter, path parameter, and protocol. Okay, if they ask you what are all the web browser level protocol, HTTPS and HTTP. Okay, what is difference between HTTP and HTTPS means in HTTPS we are sending information, by considering security. Okay, means we are not leaking any information in the HTTPS. Okay, so now this is done. Okay, this web URL is done. Any issue with respect to this, and what is the maximum character a URL can contain? 200 character is the maximum. If you are giving any extra characters after the 200, it will not work. Okay, and then next, hmm, okay, and okay, and yeah, a syntax of the URL. First should be the protocol, then should be the domain name, then it is the resources, and then it is a parameters. Okay, query parameter or path parameter, whatever you want to specify. So port number and the fragment ID, all those are the optional parameter. Domain name, protocol, resource path. Okay, all these are the mandatory parameter. Okay, so this is all we covered as part of the web URL. Okay, so now the next thing is JSON. Hmm, okay, so JSON, what is JSON? JavaScript object notation. Okay, so now the question is, this is also interview question. If you are giving a interview for the API testing or any other things nowadays, they will ask you about the JSON complete thing. Means just so we have some 4 to 5 set of question. This is the question they will ask you for each and every interview. So what is JSON? JavaScript object notation. Why we are using a JSON? What exactly the purpose of JSON? Okay, so why we are using the JSON? Why we are using the JSON and what exactly the purpose of a JSON? The very basic purpose is to transfer the information from one system to another system. This JSON job itself is that only, to transfer the information from one system to another. Okay, so now the question arises in interview also. Okay, to transfer the information from one system to another system, you are telling that yes, you will be using a JSON. Why can't you use XML? Why can't you use XML? Okay, before in the market we are using all the XML language to transfer the data, right? Then why can't you use now those languages? Why you are jumping into the JSON? Because we have all this advantage. Okay, so this is the advantage that we have. Okay, so this is the advantage we have. Okay, so what is that advantage? JSON is a very simple language. Okay, even the non-technical people can understand what data we are sending, what we are creating, and very lightweight language. Okay, it doesn't contains the tags like how we use the tags in XML and HTML, right? To achieve a single task also we have to declare so many tags in the HTML and XML. Okay, but it's not contains the tag concept there. Okay, it's a very simple language and very lightweight language. Lightweight in the sense the code itself, whatever the code we use, whatever the syntax we use to create a some data inside the JSON, it is very lightweight. Okay, for learning also it's very easy. Okay, programmers and non-programmers they won't feel much difficult to learn this language. Okay, so easy to write and understand. Obviously it's very easy to write and understand. It is available in the form of key value format. Okay, so whatever the data we are declaring inside the JSON, it should be in the key value format, which is very helpful for us to understand whatever we are creating. Okay, so now how we are using the JSON, this already I explained, I guess in the workshop. Maybe most of you are not attended the workshop, right? So consider this is a client. Okay, this client is in a .NET language. This is the server. This server is in a Java language. Okay, so for example, I'm speaking in English. You are able to understand. If I speak in a Kannada, you are not able to understand. Correct? Because all of you who are attending, I don't know who knows the Kannada or who knows. Okay, okay, that's different. That is a regional language, right? So if I speak in Kannada, obviously you will not able to understand. Okay, what she's speaking, what she's explaining, okay, you're not able to understand. For example, if I only knows Kannada and you knows only some okay English, okay, so whatever you respond to me, I am not able to understand the whatever the response you are providing to me, and whatever the things I'm delivering, you are also not able to understand if I use some regional language. Okay, for the seamless communication, okay, we both know English. That's why I am communicating in English and you guys also communicating with me in English. Okay. So here also, if this client is .NET and this Java is, sorry, this server is Java, okay, if it is sending some request directly from the .NET language, this servers obviously it is not able to understand completely in a star in his mind. Okay, so when server is responding something, okay, so here this .NET is not able to understand if its server responds in Java language, completely blank. Okay, so they are finding some they are finding some issue with the communication. Okay, so for example, consider just a scenario, consider. Okay, okay, this is mm, okay, this is a Bangalore, this person knows Kannada, this is a Hyderabad, this person knows Telugu. Okay, so this person wants to buy some, this person, okay, this person who is residing in a Bangalore is coming to Hyderabad and is going to one shop. He wants to buy one mobile. This person is coming to the shop of the Hyderabad and is asking something in, maybe in Kannada language. Give that mobile, something is asking. Okay, okay. So whatever he is communicating in Kannada is not able to understand the person who is sitting inside the shop of Hyderabad because he knows only Telugu. Okay, is not able to understand. Something is responding back. Maybe in Telugu is responding back like saying I'm not able to understand, speak in Telugu. Okay, but whatever the thing is responding, he is not able to understand because he knows only Kannada. So there's a communication issue between these two. Okay, and they don't know what we have to do because he wants to buy that mobile at any cost here. Okay, because he liked that mobile so much, he wants to buy that. So what he has done, so then they find out the way. Okay, so let's they find out the way that, okay, the both know we both know maybe English. Okay, let's communicate in English so that he can also understand, maybe whatever he is responding he can also understand it back. So they started speaking in English. Then, okay, whatever the job he has to done in this shop, yes, he has taken the mobile and he came back happily. Okay, he also sold one mobile and he is also happy because he got some money. Okay, so they are using a JSON, okay, English as a communication language. Okay, so here also to communicate between two application to do our job. Okay, so we are making use of a JSON. Okay, obviously to communicate within two application we are using a API. Okay, we are using a API. Inside the API we are using this JSON language to communicate. Okay, so along with the HTTP request and HTTP response, we are using this JSON language to communicate with the API. Okay, so this is what the idea about the JSON. Okay, the advantage is very important. So just have this questions: why we are using a JSON? Why we are using a JSON? Because JSON is very simple language, very lightweight language, easy to understand and write. It's available in the key value page. Okay, what exactly the purpose of JSON? Very basic purpose is to transfer the information from one system to another system. Okay, so what is JSON full form? JavaScript Object Notation. Okay, 3 interview question is done. Okay, so now next part we'll go through the hmm, this already explained, right? Okay, okay, look at this. Hmm. This is the Java object. This is the XML object. This is the JSON object. By looking into the three objects, which one is you feeling very easy? Obviously, look at this XML object and look at this JSON object. Okay, so to achieve the same task in XML, how many tags we need to use? See how many tags: employee tag, ID open tag, ID close tag, name open tag, name close tag. and phone number tag open, phone number tag closed. Inside that phone number one, closing of the phone numbers, and another phone number open, another phone number close. Okay, and again ID. Okay, to achieve the single, if we want to define one single data, also we have to make use of a many tags here. Okay, but look at to this same thing we achieved here. So just a key value pair. ID, yes, ID value. Name, yes, name value. Phone number, yes, here also we have a multiple phone number. Here also we have a multiple phone number. Just we have declared in the form of a array phone number. And again, one more object started. Key value pair data we have specified. Okay. So okay, nowadays, okay, they may ask you in an interview why we are making use of a JSON, why we are not going with the XML language or any other HTML or any other language. Okay, so why we are not going? See, observe here. Okay, to achieve the same data, how many tags we have used? Means compared to XML, my JSON is a very lightweight language. This is bit complicated. Okay, so what happens? Everything matters. Everything have a chain link. Okay, so when we are using this many tags to create a data, so processing time will increase. Okay, processing time of the data will be increased. Okay, so when the processing time of the data will be increased, obviously the service time will also increase. Okay, application loading time will also increase. Okay, everything though. So this is how they, they define the performance of the application. Okay, so whenever we are using a, so this type of data, so obviously to process, to travel through the data whatever we are passing, it will take some time. Okay, so when it takes some time, the processing time also required much. See, to go through this tag, to it has to go through each and every tag here, right? So processing of the data will be increased. Time to consume the processing of the data will be increased. If that is increased, means obviously receiving the response will also get delay. It will take a much time to provide the response to the user. Okay, so this is that's why nowadays we are not using this XML concept, because the same job we can perform in the JSON, and since it is a lightweight, within a fraction of second we'll be receiving the response. For example, if it is taking a 5 seconds to render us the response, this JSON will take a 2 seconds to provide us the response. Obviously we have to go with the light language only, which is providing us the immediate response, right? So whatever the application you will be using in your organization, the ultimate goal is to increase the performance of the application. If something is helping us to restart, so obviously we'll be making use of that only, right? So that's why nowadays whatever the company, in each and every company inside the organization, they are neglecting this XML language which we were using before, but now everyone are jumping into the JSON language only. Okay, no one is using XML. Very legacy, if they are working with legacy applications, obviously maybe they are having much data. It's not possible to convert all the data at a time, right? So those kind of application, maybe they're still following this. But what all the new applications are coming and new projects are coming, nobody use the XML and all. Okay, everyone will jump into the JSON only, since it has a lot of advantage. Okay, understood this part? Understood?
Yes, madam.
Understood? Understanding, right? What I'm
Yes.
telling? Hmm. Okay. Okay. So this is what JSON, and why, if they ask you in interview why I'm telling you all this story means, so whenever you are attending the interview, okay, so have all this knowledge in your mind. It's not like you need to follow like school type of question and answer telling. Okay, so you have to explain as if you are worked in that. Okay, just casual way, whatever is coming in your mind regarding that topic, you have to explain. If they ask you why we are not using XML and why we are not using JSON, yes, if we compare the, for example, if we compare the data which we are created in the XML format to JSON format, obviously JSON is a very lightweight language and very simple language. Okay, so since it is a lightweight, obviously processing of the data will also not take much time, will not consume much time. So this will helpful us to get the response in a much shorter time, or to get the response immediately, and it will increase the performance of the system, performance of the application also. So that's why we are not making use of XML nowadays. We are going with the JSON language. This is having lot of advantage. Okay, JSON, okay, learning the JSON is very good. Okay, so don't worry, we will be covering all those things. We are working with the JSON creation, JSON object creation, JSON array creation, each and everything we are learning in this session. Okay. Mm. This is what the interview answer
Ma'am,
you have to tell. Mm.
marshalling and marshalling, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Marshalling and
Okay. Oh, okay. So this marshalling and unmarshalling means we will be working in, while we are working with a REST Azure. Okay. This is something called serialization and deserialization, we call it, right? So that is, for example, we have a JSON object, JSON to Java object conversion. Okay. Java object to JSON conversion. Okay. That we called as unmarshalling and marshalling. If they ask you what is marshalling, conversion of Java object to JSON object, or conversion of JSON to Java object is nothing but unmarshalling. Conversion of Java object to JSON is nothing but marshalling. This will come under the serialization and deserialization concept we'll be working. Okay, it comes under that. Okay, conversion, that is conversion part.
Thank you.
Okay, see for example, okay, see first here. Okay, first whatever the data you will be creating, that in the form of .NET. Okay, for example, consider here in this application. Okay, you are created some data that in the Java code you are created. So by the time it is a Java object. So while sending that request along with the API, you have to convert that to JSON. So that is marshalling. Okay, understanding it here, right? Then again, that JSON, if you want to convert to the some coding language, means Java object, again if you want to convert, means that is unmarshalling. And that we will be learning in further session. Okay, don't worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Okay, so tomorrow we'll learn about the syntax and all. Okay, so what is JSON syntax? What are the rules we need to follow? What is the value types we have? How to create a JSON data, how to create a JSON array, how to create a JSON object. All these things we'll learn tomorrow. Okay, but whatever we completed, understood,
Yeah,
understanding.
yes,
Hmm.
yes,
Yes,
Any
yes.
doubt, just ask me. Okay, if you have any doubt, you just ask me. Okay, tomorrow we'll cover this JSON part completely. So tomorrow Wednesday. Okay. So tomorrow, anyhow, we are covering all this JSON part completely, and we are winding up this demo session. Okay. From Thursday, we are starting the actual session. They will be sending you the new link. Okay. Who are all enrolled, for them they will send you new link from Thursday. From Thursday, we are combining the old batch and this batch, and we are starting. Okay, so tomorrow we'll cover this all the JSON related things, and we'll finish it off. From Thursday we are working with the postman.
So,
Madam,
ma'am,
every day the link will be get changed from Thursday also.
No, 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 no.
ma'am, with the real class start.
That's from
Um,
Thursday. mhm, Real class will be start. No, no, no. From Thursday, whatever the link they will provide, that is the fixed. But that will be accessible only from the person who has enrolled. Okay, they will
Okay.
restrict that. Okay, so who are enrolled, for them they will send you the separate link. Yes, those can yeah, join from that.
So we
Okay,
will get that link in WhatsApp or you to email.
Yeah, they will send you the mail.
Okay.
Okay, from
Okay.
Thursday we are starting the actual sessions. Okay. So please plan accordingly. Okay, because what happens, we will start the session, and then they will come up after a week. They will come up, no, no, we want to join the course, like that they will tell. and again simply it will be the complication for me also, for you also. So nowadays that's why I'm not allowing like that. Okay, I will tell the people's, institute people's, just clearly tell them. Then in the middle if they come again, means again I have to see what are the things I cover. No, still this we have covered all this part. Okay, again it's not possible to go through the same part again for the same batch, right? So that's why I will tell them clearly, okay, give correctly properly the time, and within that whatever may be, okay, or whatever the interested means, yes, yes, you can enroll within that, or else yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Madam, we will see CI/CD, right? At the last.
Yes, yes, yeah, CI/CD,
Okay.
GitHub, all this will be,
Okay. Okay.
okay, reporting part, everything will be including. Okay.
Okay.
So, ma'am,
Hmm.
tomorrow timing will be same, yeah, 6 o'clock would be.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock will be the time.
Okay, different URL and 6 o'clock from tomorrow, right?
No, 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 no. 6 o'clock will be from Thursday. Tomorrow, same 8 a.m. is there. I will finish it off for this JSON part for your batch, okay, for this demo session.
Okay,
Yes, okay. From Thursday, we start with the postman, that is from 6 o'clock.
okay, okay, sure, sure.
After the course completed, yes, yes, yeah, yes. From institute side, they will provide. Yeah, okay, okay. Mm. Okay, guys. Okay, go through that. This all the whatever the files I have. This all the things I will upload it in the drive. Okay. Refer it for your understanding purpose. Okay. I'll upload all this in your drive. Just refer it. Mm. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. Okay. Have any doubts, miss? Just let me know.
Thank
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
madam.
Yeah. Thank you.